don't know. I think that's a very hard question to answer. If I could answer that, I'd be writing, hilarious, funny books. Well, the book starts when Sullivan Moss is standing on the roof of a building and he's about to jump off because his life is a mess. And he falls on the building instead of off the building and wakes up in hospital and decides he will donate his kidney to a stranger so that he will be a useful person on the planet. He's kind of cruised through life by being kind of harmless, good company for people. But occasionally that goes wrong and he burns down people's shops and crashes their cars and sleeps with their girlfriends. So he's kind of always had a bit of a mix between those two parts of him. He's a smart guy, he's funny, he's a kind-hearted person, but he's ended up making a mess of his life and he's burned through all his credit with his friends and he's now a drunk, unemployable waste of space in his mind. He decides it's time to at least do one useful thing with himself. And all he can think of is his body. He can donate the useful bits of his body. So he has to make himself employable, he has to get fit, he has to keep away from the sort of people and the choices that would lead him down a bad path. But along the way, in the process of making himself fit for donation, he does in fact become a useful person in all kinds of more meaningful ways, up to a point. One of the things I really like to do in everything I write is give people a feast. Like, why should something just be dark and grim? Why should something just be frothy and funny? Like, why can't something be dark and thoughtful but also funny and full of joy and playfulness? Like, to me, there's this broad emotional palette out there, and why not use all the colours? But if you're a storyteller and you tell the story as honestly as you can, then if it's funny along the way or moving along the way, great.